This is for Year 11 methods. It comes out of Chapter 2, 2b, question 7d and 8e and f. We're looking for the angle to correct to 2 decimal places. Now the angle, I'm going to use the idea that the tangent of the angle is equal to the gradient. Therefore the angle is equal to the inverse tangent of the gradient. And I'm going to use the rule gradient equals y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1 to find the gradient. So in 7D's situation, y2 is 0, so 0 minus 5 over minus 5 minus 0, which is equal to 5 on negative 5, which is a gradient of negative 1. In 8e, I'm going to have b minus a over 3a minus 3b. I can see a common factor of 3 in the denominator. I also notice that this is positive b and that's negative b, and that's negative a and that's positive a. So I'd like to take out a common factor of negative 3, which will leave me with minus a plus b, and that's identically the same as the numerator, and they will cancel. That leaves me a gradient of negative 1/3. And in f's case, the gradient's going to be c minus b over b minus c. And again, if I take out a negative, I will then have minus c plus b over b minus c. They can cancel because they're identically the same. So that also has a gradient of negative 1. Now all of these gradients are negative, which means the calculator is likely to give me this angle here, but I'm actually wanting this angle here. So I'm going to have to subtract that from 180 when I find it out. So over on my calculator, I bring up my keyboard, I turn it into degrees. I'm looking for the inverse tangent of negative 1, and that gave me an answer of negative 45, which means that's 45 degrees. So if I minus 45 degrees from 180, then I'm looking at 135 degrees as being the angle that I'm after. And that will be the case for 7D and 8F. And for 8E, I'm looking for negative 1/3. That gives me an angle which is 18.43 to 2 decimal places. So 180 minus 18.43 gives me an answer of, to 2 decimal places, 161.57. And that's how you do it.